RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Rover's Regal Beagle, the Metro East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer and the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. Calc Institute of Technology, your future, your success. C&B Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank.
So we're getting ready to start off here. We'll turn to our starting goalies. Starting goalies tonight. First, for the North All-Stars, they're going to go with Freeburg-Waterloo goaltender Peyton Hamilton. He's had a great season with that team. He's kept them in a lot of games here in the league and moving that team up from 1A division to the 2A division with the new alignments they've done this season. And he's done a great job keeping his team in some of those games. For the South side, they're going to go with O'Fallon goalie Boomer Johnson, number 1 from O'Fallon. O'Fallon is the top team in the South Division, as they have been for quite a few years now. We're getting ready to drop the puck here for the first period. Glad you can join us in local areas and family from across the nation. 17-minute periods with skills competitions in between each period to showcase these skills that these players have. This is the top division of the MVCHA, so as you would expect, the top skill in high school hockey in Madison County. That's picked up by Schaefer from Edwardsville. He brings it in. That's poked away from him, now into the central ice. That gets thrown looking for Poole. That's tipped in to the north zone. Picked up behind the net. Henniser, he tries to get it over for Schaefer. Too far behind him. It'll be picked up by the Norse, carried out to center ice. Now back is Stewart, poking it away from Kowalski. He gets it back to his defensive partner. He takes it behind the goal. That gets brought out through center. Edwardsville makes up 11 players of the 23-player roster from the North Division All-Stars. As it's picked up by Wagner behind the net. He spins off a defender, has that poked away. Now a centering pass for Henniser. Backhand shot and a save by Johnson. He kicks it into the corner. Goes back behind the goal. With it now is Schaefer. He turns the puck over, comes out to center ice. To get it is McLeod. He picks it up on the backhand, brings it into the zone. Has that poked away from him. Picking it up is Schaefer. He'll bring it in across center ice into the south zone. Works on the defender. Nice play and getting it away. It was Wagner, but a shot and they scored. So the North opens up the scoring here, 1 minute and 8 seconds into the first period.
Yeah, Phelps did exactly what he was supposed to there. Hovered in the slot, waited for the rebound, and just buried it. Good play.
So an early 1-0 lead. Only shots coming from the north side. And that faceoff will be controlled by the South. They'll throw it in on goal. Saved by Hamilton. He'll hand it off. Loose. And that was loose right in front of the net with a wide open goal. Meanwhile, it's picked up by the North. Thrown into neutral ice. Picked up by Phelps. He'll throw it off the far side boards. That gets picked off by Matthews. Throws it off the far side boards. Controlled now by Phelps, who goes crashing into the net, knocking it into Boomer Johnson. And they blow the play dead. Make sure everybody's all right. You don't want to have any injuries in an all-star game.
Yeah, in the past, the North team has pretty much dominated the South team in recent years, at least. Every year that I played, the North team won, but we'll see how this game turns out.
That's controlled by Aurelio. Shot on goal, saved by Johnson. That'll come to the near side. Held by Bolger. Picked up by Phelps, now cleared out of the zone. Bulger will control it. Bulger from Columbia High School. He throws it back to the point, now into the zone. Bulger will get it back, gains the red line, throws it in. It'll go to the near side corner. Now to the net mouth. Shot and a save by Hamilton. That's the first action he's had today, and it'll be controlled by Henson. Trevor Henson, his older brother, Treg Henson, was a great hockey player for Edwardsville and SIUE. As it's controlled on the near side half boards. Now turned away by Matthews to the near side. Matthews still controls it. He can't get it into the neutral zone. Dolke with a nice play at the point. Now it's controlled by Tagmasian. He'll send it out to center ice for Townsend. He can't control it. North Division has it on the stick of Henson, and it gets put into the south zone. Now controlled by Trevor Henson. As that poked away from him. With the puck is Barnhill. Throws it back behind the goal, picked up in the corner. South controlling behind their own net. Play to the far side boards. Off the stick of Knowltner out to center ice, and that'll be tipped in by Dolke. Now brought into the zone. Turned over, and here comes Tagmasian on the near side. He gains center, he'll dump it in as he's late on a change. Stopped back behind the net by Hamilton, left for his defenseman, and here comes the North out of the zone. Dom tries to center it, taken away. Moheski, he's got a partial break, shot in the, just goes wide to the far side, controlled now on the far side corner. Regained by the South, backhand chance, just goes wide as it was tipped out in front. Now gained possession in the corner by the North. It'll come to Dom in the center ice. He gains center, dumps it into the near side corner. Controlling it there is Walton. He'll bring it out of the corner. Henniser giving him fits. Comes out to center ice, still controlled by the South Division. They'll dump it into the far side corner. And back to get it is Lugie. Lugie from Freeburg Waterloo. That pass comes up from Henniser to Schaefer. He gains the zone, walks it into the slot. Nice little backhand move, gets it over to the far side for Pellegrino. Can't control the pass, and now it goes down in the corner. Henniser will hand it off for Schaefer. Schaefer now off the far side. Boards controlled now by the South Division. They'll bring it out into the north side. Nice defensive play, and now it'll be brought up for Schaefer. Intercepted by Gruber, and Gruber will dump it in. Gruber, just a sophomore from Triad High School, as he picks it back up, hands it in for Kowalski. Kowalski working on Henniser. He'll turn and fire it off the far side boards. That'll be picked up by Poole. Now controlled back behind the net by McLeod. Handed off for Kowalski to the point for Gruber. His shot tipped by Poole right in front of the net, just missed wide. Now it's picked up by Schaefer. Schaefer from the north. He gets it out to center ice. It'll be controlled by Henniser. He hands it down. Comes to Kowalski on the near side. Too far out in front of him. Goes to Stewart. Stewart in his own zone. He'll hand it off to the far side. Falling down on the play was Colin Kelsey, senior from Edwardsville. That gets put in on goal. Saved by Hamilton to the far side corner. Now it's controlled by the South. Picked up by the north side. Few Edwardsville players on this line. Pass up for Aurelio over his stick. Covered up by Johnson. We'll have a stoppage in play. Our first one in quite a few minutes.
The North goalie staying strong. Faced 2 shots in those couple rushes, a couple defensive breakdowns, but he was able to recover for the team and made it possible for them to break it back out. Now we're in the south end.
So we'll have a face-off that's won by the North Division. Pass comes down to the far side, controlled by Aurelio. He'll hand it down. Picked up by Phelps. Shoves it towards the net, not on net. It'll be picked up now by the South Division. Phelps controls, tried to get it back to the point, and it'll be gloved down. Brought in now by the South. Tips off a stick, goes up into the rafters, and out of play. So a face-off will come outside of the zone. Should be right in front of the north bench, and it is. Face-off won by the north, controlled by the south as it gets brought in. Orondo with it. He gets shoved into the boards. He'll hand it off for Reek. Reek on the far side, throws it down back behind the net. He'll take it. He's a big body, and he uses it to control the puck, but now he has it turned over, comes out to center. Phelps will tip it in. Phelps puts it back behind the net. Back to get it is Matthews. Held in at the point by Aurelio. Pass to the near side, and a nice job by Wagner out in front to tip that away. Now a shot from the point by Stewart. Goes about a foot wide to the far side. Reek's there for the South. He's able to clear the zone. Henson's there. He'll hand it off, and delayed offsides. They don't blow it dead, though. Gets it into the zone. Controlled now by Wagner. Wagner from Columbia. Handed up for Townsend. Townsend brings it in. Pass to the near side. Takmasian, and a nice defensive play getting that away. Now a pass up for Langen. He's got a partial break. Shot and a save by Johnson. Recontrolled by Schaefer. That's taken away. Langen tries to get it back. Now Takmasian has a partial break. Good back check on the play, though. Now Takmasian a second chance, and he just puts it over the net. Goes and gets his own rebound. Henson puts it back behind the goal, picked up by Patton. Here comes Patton.
Good play by Takmasian to get the shot off. Had forecheckers and back checkers all over him. Way to go.
Meanwhile, it comes to the slot. Shot from the point by Lugie, just goes wide. Or rather, that was Cruzy. Now a shot and a save by Johnson. He's looked strong here today. Only one goal so far. .9:13 remaining here in the first period of a 17-minute period. Shots 4-3 in favor of the Norths, though they have had the better of the chances. It's controlled now by the South Division. Backhanded in, goes back behind the net. Back to get it is Patton. He'll play it to the near side. Held in at the point by Walton. Controlled by the North. Dom gets it off for Nanny. Nanny back for Dom, and he'll bring it in. Played to the far side half boards. Now out to center ice. Controlled by Moheski. Can't feed it through. A nice play by Patton. And going back behind the net to get it is Margario. He'll play it to the far side. Lucas will try and get it up for Dom. Intercepted. Comes back into the north zone. With it is Margario. Out to center. Taking the puck is Kowalski. He'll bring it into his backhand shot and a save by Hamilton. He didn't know where it was. Now a shot from the point. Turned away by Hamilton again to the far side corner. Barnhill will get it out at center ice. Throw it right back in. Now it's controlled by Henniser. On him is Kowalski. He'll pass it off to the near side. Clearing attempt. Held in by Poole. Hard hit by Henniser on Poole. Poole gives him a little shot to the leg as he skates away. Meanwhile, the puck controlled back behind the net by Kowalski. Comes out to Gruber at the point. Now back for Kowalski. His shot in on net and a save by Hamilton.
North needs to tighten it up defensively. The South top line with Kowalski and Poole out there, they're really starting to cause some damage, so they might want to get it out of the zone before the pressure turns into the goal.
Now down to 7:41 remaining in the period as that faceoff's won by the North, held in at the point by Colbert. He throws it in towards the net, blocked out in front, controlled now, handed out for Henniser. He gets a partial break, shot and a save by Johnson with the right pad. Now for Reek. Handed off on the breakout pass out to center. Brought in by Arata, now in on net, and a shot from the far side by Reek just goes wide. Now out for Henniser. Henniser's got some speed, he'll bring it in. Hands it off. Now for Schaefer, back to Henniser, and he can't get a stick on it, it goes wide. Picked up by Reek. He'll clear the zone. It'll go the length of the ice. They will call off icing, though, as they do majority of the time in the All-Star Game.
Yeah, I believe that. We'll practice a lot.
Control back behind the net. Trying to get it up for Schaefer. Too far out ahead of him. It'll go the length of the ice. Pellegrino with a good forecheck, able to pick it up. He'll hand it off for Phelps on the near side. That's controlled by the South out to center. Bringing it in is Noltner. He gets it into the zone. Nice defensive play. And now it's controlled by the North, bringing it in Phelps, his shot, and a save by Johnson to the far side corner. With it is Tucker. Centering pass. Nothing there, controlled now by Aurelio. He'll chip it down into the near side corner. Down to get it is Lugie. Hand it off for Tucker at the point. He's able to get it down low for Aurelio. Pass back, clears the zone. Thrown back in by Lugie. Goes all the way to the far side. And there to get it is Gruber. Going to the far side looking for Tagmajian. That'll hop over his stick, comes out to center. With it is Ariza. He throws it to the near side. Controlling is Lugie. Tries to get it up to Aurelio. Now with it is Henson. He brings it to the backhand. Good job to protect the puck. Now hands it off to the point. Shot in on net. Saved by Johnson. And the rebound's picked up by the South off the glass. Moheski will glove it down in his own zone. Now they claim clear. Henson was just there at the blue line, able to hold it in. Phelps gets it on the backhand, throws it back behind the net, picked up by Aurelio. Aurelio in the near side corner. His pass intercepted. Now it gets brought out to center by Druitt. Picking it up is Langen for the North. He'll hand it off for Henson. Henson brings it in. He'll spin off of Matthews. Loses the puck. It comes out to center. They tried to get it up to Moheski. He can't get it, but now it's controlled by the South anyway. They bring it into the North zone. Turned over in the defensive zone. Picked up by the North. They'll throw it in. And now with it is Wagner. He'll throw it to Matthews on the near side. Matthews will skate it ahead to the North zone. Loses the puck, able to get it back. Now he loses it again. Colin Kelsey's able to clear it out for Henson. Kelsey, he plans on going to SIUE for engineering and possibly playing hockey there. As that puck comes out to center, picked up by Kowalski. Turned over by Stewart, throw down to center. Nice pass over for Henson as he brings it in. Thrown into the far side corner. Kowalski beats him there. Kowalski controlling the puck out to center. Gets it up for Poole. Poole can't beat the nice play by Kelsey. Now it is controlled by the South. Shot in on goal. Saved. And it's loose out in front. Saved by Hamilton. And as we go the other way, Dom shot on net. Saved by Johnson with a stick. And he'll cover up with 3:52 remaining in the first period.
South almost snuck in a goal there, but North goalie stayed strong once again. It looks like it's going to be a low-scoring game, and that's not typical for All-Star games. Usually there's quite a few goals scored. So,
as that face-off's won by the North. Yeah, you're right there. You don't see a lot of goals, but also in the high school All-Star game, you see a lot more hitting than you normally would. There's already been a couple of hits, one by Henniser in his own zone. As we get a shot off the side of the net, goes back behind. Controlled by Lucas. Now pass to the near side. At the point for Patton. He can't control it. Reek will bring it into the North zone. He'll pass it off. Bulger, a shot and a save by Hamilton. I think he got a piece of it with the blocker. Pass comes to the near side board. Walton's there. He throws it down. Patton flips it up over the defender. Regains possession. He'll hand it out for Lucas, who falls down on the play. Controls from his knees. Pass to Dom, who tries to get it back to Lucas. And it just hopped over his stick. Can't control. Lucas with it now. Hands it out to the point. There to get it is Dom. To the far side. Shot. And that's blocked out in front. Reek hands it up for a breakout pass out for center. Trying to get it over to Walden on the near side. Now thrown to the net mouth. And it's cleared away by Hamilton. Shot in by Tagmajian off a stick up in the air. Glove down. Now it's cleared out. Gruber able to hold it in at the point. Looked like it was going to make its way out. Meanwhile, it's picked up by Cruzy. He tries to wrap it around. It's held in on the far side. Out for Gruber. His shot blocked out in front. Goes to the far side. Over to get it is Cruzy. He gets it out for Henniser, the captain of this North All-Star team. Who then for Schaefer. Now a pass to the near side for Pellegrino, who just misses wide on a wide open net. Couldn't get enough on it. Now it comes to the near side. Pass back behind the goal. There to get it is Gruber on the far side. No, rather picking it up is Knowlton. He just clears it into the North zone. Back is Dolke to get it. Pass up for Schaefer. Hops over his stick. Now out to center. Tagmasian. Tagmasian brings it in the zone. His shot about a foot wide near side. And it's controlled now by the North. Picked up by Pellegrino from Belleville. He'll hand it up for Schaefer. Schaefer brings it in. Walks it into the slot. Go backhand forehand. Shot and a save by Johnson. Loses it in his Pelfin area, but what a save by Johnson.
The North's doing a great job of entering the zone without dumping the puck. The South, they're dumping the puck a little too often. I think they need to try and maintain a little more puck possession in order to get some better shots on goal.
That's controlled by the South on the defensive faceoff. Battle along the near side boards. Now goes behind the net. Now to the far side. Centering pass for Aurelio. Little loose out in front, trying to get it back to Aurelio. Couldn't get it there. And now it's controlled by the South out to center ice. Mohesky down to get it. Good play by Hamilton coming out of his net. Plays it out to center ice. Forget plays it ahead. Forget gets it again up for Mohesky. Barely onside. His shot. Oh, he's got a rip and a save by Hamilton on that one. Brought in now by Aurelio. He'll walk it in. Has it at the high circle. Shot. Saved by Boomer Johnson with the shoulder floater. And it goes to the far side now for the North, or for the South rather. They bring it ahead. Good play by Phelps at center ice. Pass back to the defense. And it'll be brought ahead now. Picked up by Lugie. He has it into the South zone. Plays it to his forehand. Shot in on goal. Loose out in front. Now we got a shot from the point. And a goal. Justin Areza scores for the North, and we have a 2-0 game.
Good goal by the North. Way to stay high in the slot.
Boomer Johnson kind of slipped on that play by Lugie. Nice job to get to the net. Kind of pulled Johnson out of position, and then all they needed to do was get it to the point for a shot and an easy goal. As they get brought in by the South, and a save as we're down to the final 5 seconds of the first period. Now Hennister, his shot, he scores! Hennister with 1.5 remaining.
Great play by Hennister. Good shot. It all began with the zone entry. They came up as a unit. Henson was able to distribute wide, and then Hennister put it home. He actually was probably shooting for a rebound, and Henson would have crashed for the rebound, but it wasn't necessary. He scored.
Oh, a great job by Hennister, who's led the league in the last couple of years in goals. And that'll do it for the first period. For the most part, it was a low-scoring game, but here in the last minute, we get 2 late ones. We'll head off for a break, come back for some fun skills, and then head into the second period of action with the North leading 3-0. You're watching the MVCHA All-Star Game on RiverBender.com.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
At 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, we believe that great food paired with our own locally brewed craft beer is a staple in life, and we want to share that experience. At 4204, you will find a menu that complements our very own award-winning craft beers, and we serve the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. You can find us in both Alton by the Alton Square Mall and at our original location at 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. Come visit 4204 Main Street Brewing Company today for an experience you won't soon forget.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
And we're underway for the second period. It's controlled by the South. Kowalski with it. He turns it over, gets it right back, hands it off for Wagner on the near side. He clears it out, up for Poole. Poole brings it in. He has that poked away from him. Henderson will control out to center ice. He's looking for Langen. Has that picked off by Wagner. Controlled now by Henson. He brings it into the zone. Kohlberg sends it out. That'll go the length of the ice. No icing on the play. Played by Henderson to the far side. Poole now in the corner. Taken away. Now played to the near side corner. Langen has that taken from him in the near side corner. Controlled now down low. With it is Poole. Taken away by Henson. Comes to the near side for Henniser. He gets it out for Henson. Wagner's intercepts the pass. Plays it to the far side. Kohlberg will dump it back in. Back behind the north goal. Areza plays it on the near side boards. Over to the far side. There to get it is Kowalski. He skates it to center. His shot in on. Blocked out in front by Henson. Comes to the point. Wagner whiffs on the shot. Played out to center. Wagner intercepts that pass. He's been all over so far here early in the second as he brings that in offsides. A stoppage in play. 15:44 rather left here in the second period.
Yeah, South came out a little stronger here. They should probably go a little harder in on the forecheck and give those Z less time to make solid passes and get it out. Put a little more pressure on them and turn into a goal, hopefully.
As Reek has a chance and he scores. So Reek puts the South on the board 3-1.
Good pass to the high guy. Reek, he's a biggest player in this game, it looks like. He finished it with a strong shot, got it past the goalie.
Douglas drops a little late there, goes to the 5-hole, and that'll be the first goal of this period. So Reek with it. He'll hand it off for Wagner, skating in, or Bulger rather, skating in through center. Tip back to the near side for Reek. Reek trying to get it back to the point, and that's intercepted, taken through the neutral zone by Dom. Hand it off for Lucas. Now centering pass, shot in on by a Dom, save by Funk. Now it's controlled by Lucas, centering pass, looking for Kelsey. Shot in on goal, they score! So the North comes right back with a goal, 4-1.
The South's got to tie up those men in front. They can't let the North players stand free like that. Great job on the North on being able to get open and get a puck and bury the puck, but you know that was just lack of South's defensive zone coverage.
So they keep him out there after the goal, and Dom goes right after it, poking the puck away from Barnhill. Gets it down in the corner. He's in a battle with Barnhill. Now Dom recontrols. Hand it off for Lucas. Has it out in front. He's able to toe drag. Hand it off. And it's put in on net by Nanny. Saved by Funk. Comes out to center looking for Nanny. Comes to the point for Kelsey. Kelsey will hand it down for Nanny. He holds on to it. Tries to get it down low. Now comes out to Kelsey at the point. He walks the line. Throws it in on net. Diving and blocking the Shot was Noltner. Still held in by the North. Centering pass for Nanny. Good defensive presence out in front of the net. Clears it out to center. And back to get it is Stewart from Edwardsville. He tries to clear the zone. Held in. And now controlled by the North. Out to center ice. Handed up for Schaefer. Schaefer has Pellegrino. He hits him at center ice. Falling down on the play was Pellegrino. He turns the puck over. Now it comes to tag Mason for the South. And he's got Matthews on the near side. Whiffs on the shot. Regains shot. And a save by Douglas to the far side. Comes out to center ice. It'll be played in off the stick of Bulger. Now controlling it is the North. Trying to get it up to Hennisser. Hooks down Gruber. And the puck will go the length of the ice. Back behind. Playing it was Walden. It goes back behind the South net, picked up by Schaefer. He has it now in the near side corner, walks it into the slot, backhand pass for Hennisser. His shot in on net, loose to the near side. Pellegrino can't find it. When he finally did, it was too late. Comes out to the point. Cruzy's able to hold it in. Now it comes to Cortivo on the near side. He tries to hit Moheski way too far out in front of him. That'll go the length of the ice and be icing against the South Division.
Yeah, Moheski had the defensive or the North players beat. But unfortunately, they do not play the chase icing in the MVCHA, so it's irrelevant whether or not he is behind the D when the puck is iced.
Face-off won by the South, controlled in the South zone. Good poke away from Aurelio. And Drulette loses his stick as he brings it through center ice, or else he might have had a chance of bringing it into the zone. It gets turned over in the North zone. Henson has that taken from him. Shot in on net, just goes wide to Douglas's glove side and held in at the point by Gruber. He throws it into the near side corner, wrapped around back behind the goal. Picked up now behind the net by Cortivo. Now Walden hands it off for Cortivo. Hops over his stick. Picked up by Moheski. His shot in on net and a save. Kick to the near side corner. Now it's controlled by the north side. Pass for Phelps on the near side. Held in by Gruber. Now it's cleared to Aurelio. Nice play by Walton. Walks around Aurelio. Now he'll hand it up. Trying to get it for McLeod. Controlled by the north. Phelps can't get it out of the zone. Now they do up for Aurelio. Picking it up on the far side is Patton. Now leaves it down low. Circling is Phelps. He gets it back to the point. Too far ahead, and it clears the zone out to center. And the north is forced to retreat. Pass up for Schaefer. Now it comes back to the near side. Bringing it in is Margario. He'll pass to the far side. Trevor Henson hands it down for Margario. Centering pass for Schaefer. Hops over his stick, comes out for Henson, and now it's turned over by the south. Comes to Kowalski. He can't control it, and now Langen will bring it in. He's got Schaefer on the near side. Langen centering for Schaefer. And it goes just behind him. They can't connect. Now Kowalski with some speed comes into the zone. Working on Margario. He throws it from behind the goal line in on net and might have had a chance there. Meanwhile, controlled by the north. They bring it in through neutral ice. Pass over for Langen, who brings it into the zone. Now with it is Dolke. His shot by Schaefer in on net, saved by Funk. Schaefer picks up his own rebound. He's getting worked on by Wagner. Or rather, that's Bulger. Brought in now by the south. Pool controls down low, covered up, and a save by Douglas.
Well, looks like Douglas is having a little trouble with this pad. That'll happen when you're a goalie.
Especially if you're tired, you act like there's something wrong with your pad. I've done that a lot.
Oh, I bet you have.
I'm not in the greatest shape. That's cleared out by the south. Kolberg, now he turns it over, handed off for Lucas. Lucas hands it off for Dom. A shot in on net and a save by Funk to the far side corner. Back down for Dom. He leaves it for Lucas in the near side corner. Trying to get it back to Dom. Turned over by Wagner. Played to the far side corner. Lugie tried to center it, and it's intercepted by Wagner. Now brought out to the point. Taken away by Lucas. Pass to the near side. Shot by Dom and a save by Funk. He got in position fast.
He had some 3-on-0 practice before the period.
Now Reich brings it in. A good hold at the blue line by the North. Bulger's finally able to get it into the North zone, but now it's controlled by Lugie. Lugie tries to make a near side pass, goes off the bottom of the goal. Good chance, shot saved by Douglas. Is still loose out in front, and the North controls. Now a shot by Wagner, made it through the traffic, about 5 guys out in front. Now a shot in on net, saved by Douglas, played to the far side, and now here comes the North. Brought in by Stanley Lucas. He has it on the near side, has that taken away from him by Barnhill. Now handed off for Wagner on the near side, and he's got speed coming through the neutral zone. Brings it into the north side, takes his shot, whipped on it a bit, and an easy save for Douglas, kicks it into the far side corner. Checked by Nanny in the far side. Controlled now by Stewart.
Game's going to get a little more physical here as the boys' competitiveness starts to come out. They don't like being knocked down.
Stewart stops behind the goal, played out to center, looking for Hennister. He'll get it to him. Hennister with Schaefer on the near side. Great back checking by the South. There was nowhere for Hennister to go. All 5 guys made it into the zone for the rush. Meanwhile, it's controlled by the North. Pellegrino plays it off the glass to Schaefer. He's got Hennister on the near side. His shot, and it's blocked out in front by Barnhill. Just goes wide. Picked up by Pellegrino on the near side. He walks it in the corner looking for Hennister. He tried to get the saucer pass to Hennister. Drops a little too late, and he can't connect. 4 Edwardsville players on the ice now for the North All-Stars. Pellegrino being the only player not from Edwardsville. He's from Belleville, as is controlled by the South Division. Chipped out to center. Cortivo can't clear it out. Now he does. Kelsey able to get the puck back for Hennister. Now Stewart plays it ahead for Schaefer, bringing it into the zone. Nice move there. He gets hooked up. Shot in on net. Couple of good saves there by Funk. In a normal game, Schaefer would have been looking for a hook there, but he realizes they're probably not going to call it. As is controlled back behind the net by Barnhill. Off the far side, Borges comes out to center. Controlled now at center ice, brought in by Matthews. He works his way into the zone, trying to bring him, pass it to himself into the slot. Can't do so, and now is brought out by Patton. Turned over in the neutral zone, but he's able to get it back and progress it up for Aurelio. Now to the near side. Shot and a save by Funk. Loose out in front. Pinching in was Patton, and it comes out for Cruzy at the point. His shot goes wide. Goes to the far side now. Now for Kowalski. Very skilled player out of Triad. Walks to center. His shot in on net, and a save by Douglas goes up over and played on a high stick, so we'll have a stoppage in play at 6:52.
I really like Kowalski's cut to the middle there. He acted like he was going to do a toe drag, and the defender bit, and then he went over to the other side. Luckily, the defender stayed positionally sound and got a stick on Kowalski's. Otherwise, that could have been a goal for the South.
Kowalski, he's planning on playing for SIU as well next year, and that'll be a big addition for the SIUE club.
Oh, yeah, he's going to develop into a very good player. You can just tell he's very smart, very talented, and if he grows a little bit, you know, he's going to be very successful.
As he brings it in, he gets it on the backhand, shoots it just over the net, comes to the near side. It's controlled now by the South. Kowalski in front of the net, can't tip it on. Aurelio plays it. He can't get it out the center. Good hold at the point. Shot goes about 3 feet wide to the near side. Controlled now by Tucker.
North team doing a lot of stretch plays as they keep one winger in the neutral zone while the puck's in their defensive zone. Maybe that's why they're scoring on so many of these rushes.
Phelps has it in the zone. Over for Aurelio. Aurelio with it now. He brings it to his backhand out at the blue line. Good job to regain possession as he lost it for a second. Now for Cruzy. He'll hand it down low. Comes back to him. Now Cruzy looking for Aurelio. He has it in the slot. His shot blocked out in front. And it's picked up in the far side corner by Forget. His pass intercepted by Aurelio. Now he's able to get it up for Kowalski. Kowalski bringing it in. Strong play. Shot! And that might have gone off the net. Either way, it goes behind the goal, and it's on the near side.
It appears Kowalski's really liking to favor that backhand. He's driving on the left wing side where his forehand shot's going to be a little harder to get off, but good little move by Poole.
As it's picked up in the corner, played by Kowalski. Picked off by Aurelio. He can't clear the zone on the nice play by Poole, but it's tipped up over the boards into the bench and out of play. 5:16 remaining here in the second period of a 4-1 game. Leading is the North.
Yeah, you're starting to see the South run that stretch play just like the North is. You float your wingers a little higher up, and that way you try to develop an odd man rush on the defenseman. And it's supposed to bring you better scoring opportunities, but can also make it easier to get scored on. So we'll see who gets scored on first.
Wagner now tried to play it ahead, taken away by the North. Now a pass to the far side. Langen's there. He tries to center it. Good play by Gruber to get it away. Comes out to the point. Oh, now it's taken by Bulger. We got a 2-on-1. Bulger trying to get it over for Reek, and he can't do it on the nice back-checking play. Reek now has it in front of the net. Now for Orita, and he couldn't get a good shot off. Now it's brought into the zone by the South. Shot in on net by Gruber. Saved to the far side corner. Picked up and played out to center. There to get it is Wagner. Taken away by Henson. His centering pass poked away, batted out of the air by Reek. And now brought in by Oreta. Thrown out in front of the net, covered up by Douglas, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in the second period of the All-Star Game. North leading 4-1. And the shots in favor of the North side, 18-14.
I thought there'd be a little more scoring in this period, considering the skills competition and the toll on the goalies that it takes. But still only one goal apiece in this period.
Meanwhile, this gets brought ahead. Shot in on net. Just goes wide. Picked up at the point. Areza gets it in, but now it's brought out by the South, and they've got a 3-on-1. Knowltner trying to get around Lugie, and he can't do so on the nice, strong play by Lugie. As this gets brought ahead, Lucas tries to get it to the near side for Nanny. Just hops over his stick. Now it's played by the South over to the far side. Brought in through the neutral zone. With it is Matthews. Has that poked away from him by Lugie. Comes out to the neutral zone. Tagmation picks it up. He'll just throw it back into the north side. Lugie goes to play it to the near side. Thought he had a guy. Nobody was there. Turns it over. Now Lugie over for Areza. Now for Dom. Dom chips it into the far side corner, and he'll go to get it. Working on Kohlberg. Kohlberg being the only freshman in the entire All-Star game. As that's picked up in the near side corner. Dom chosen it on net. Blocker saved by Funk. I don't think he saw it to the last second. Now Lucas circles at the far side hash mark. Centering pass blocked out in front, in on goal. And now it'll be covered up by Funk. That was redirected by his own defenseman in on net, and he didn't see it coming.
Yeah, solid positioning, can still maintain making a save. Whenever people shoot, if you have the right positioning, tips are hard to see, but if you're in the right place at the right time, you can still make the save.
People give a lot of slack to the goalies that just hit them into the chest, but positioning is one of the hardest things for a goalie to perfect. As that's played at center by Forget, up for Cortivo. He's able to backhand it into the zone. Picked up by Kelsey, back behind the net. He'll bring it to the near side. Pass all the way down, looking for Henniser. Intercepted and now played out. Looking for Drolette. Can't hit him. Henniser controls in his own zone. Length of the ice pass for Pellegrino. He'll hand it off for Kelsey, back for Pellegrino, looking for Schaefer at center, and a nice play by Forget, kicking it into the corner. Now he'll control it on the pass. Gets it out for Cortivo at center ice, now for Mohesky. Mohesky shot it on net and a save by Douglas, who's got a lot of action here in the second period.
Yeah, the North players in the offensive zone need to get a little open in the slot. They're standing there, and that's a good scoring position to be, but whenever the defender's standing right next to you, it's going to be pretty hard to get a pass to you, so you got to move around and kind of try to lose the defender if you want to get a backdoor goal or anything like that.
Brought in by Kowalski. Couple of good moves there. Shot it on net and a save by Douglas. Nice job by Kowalski to get that out of the pile.
Very, very good footwork there.
And now he forces the North to ice the puck with 1:32 remaining in the very fast-paced second period.
Maybe we'll get a goal to end the period. Maybe the South will put on a little pressure on the North and get things going their way, or maybe the North will score something and kind of put away the South.
As it's brought in by Kowalski. He's hungry for a goal here as he brings it to the near side.
I was talking to Kowalski before the game, and he said he scored in every single All-Star game thus far. So I think he's hoping his senior year to score another one.
He's showing that he really wants it, too. That's controlled by Aurelio. Nice job on the faceoff by Poole to get it away. That'll come to the near side point for Barnhill. His pass to the far side intercepted. Now it'll be cleared out by the North, trying to get it up. Intercepted. They tried to get it for Tucker. Taken away, and now it'll be controlled by the South. Pass tipped. Played off the near side glass up into the rafters and out of play right here in front of the booth.
Yeah, Jake Aurelio for the North right here by the red line. He's a talented player. He was on the Pittsburgh Showcase team last year. He was, I think, a second liner on that team. He played pretty well alongside former Alton Redbird Jake Cunningham.
Picked up by the South, brought ahead. Bulger hands it off. Now walked in, and they turn it over. Losing the puck was Areta. He's able to get it back, though. Played it into the north side, now played off the near side boards. Picking it up is Tucker. He'll bring it into the south zone. Nice defensive play to poke that away from him. Now to get it is Reek. He's had a lot of presence here in this game.
Oh.
Controlled now in his own zone. And Reek delivers a huge hit down low. I believe that was on Tucker.
The refs are letting the boys play.
You do not see hits like that in all-star games. Phelps went after Reek and didn't really work. Reek's a big boy. Shot by Hennifer and he scores. 1 second remaining. Both of his goals have been in the final second of the period.
I think the South was thinking the period was over. They didn't expect pressure to keep up, but Hennifer got on the ice and he wanted his goal, so he took the puck and shot it in.
That's the reason why he's been the leading goal scorer for the last couple years. He never gives up until the whistle or the buzzer.
He's always looking for the puck.
So with 1.5 seconds remaining in the first and 1 second remaining in the second, Hennifer extends the lead now to 5-1, and we'll head into the dressing rooms, get reevaluated and for the third period, and we'll have some skills competitions in between. We'll be right back. You're watching the MVCHA 2A All-Star Game on RiverBender.com.
If you have car problems, Andy's has the solution. Customer service is priority number one. Our dedicated staff will be more than helpful in getting your car back on the road while you relax in our comfortable waiting area. If needed, we'll also make arrangements for a rental. Our experienced ASC certified technicians will walk you through every step of the process. Andy's Tire and Auto Service offers every under-the-hood service you need. Visit one of our 4 convenient locations today.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
You tuned into the game for great sports entertainment, but where do you turn for quality banking services? C&B Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at C&B Bank and Trust. Member FDIC and Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854. Now back to the game.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949, or see us online at RiverBender.com.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
As the faceoff is won by the South, controlled by McLeod. Knocked into the South zone by Hennister, in to get it. He throws a check on in the near side corner. Exiting the zone off the stick of Kowalski, now brought up for Henson. Back for Langen. He throws it in on net. Just goes wide, comes to the near side, thrown back down for Henson. He gets it down low for Henterser. Henterser plays it to the slot, turns it over, has it taken back by Henson, tries to get the backhand pass over for Hennister, has that turned over, now it'll come to the near side for Dolke. Dolke up for Henson, gets it through a couple of players into the near side corner where it's picked up by Matthews of the South Division. He'll bring it ahead through neutral ice, got a 3-on-2 as he enters the zone, shot in on net and a blocker saved by Griffin to the near side. Controlled by Henson, who will kick it the length of the ice, and it'll be controlled by the South in their own zone. Now it's taken away by the North. Pass into the slot, where it's taken by Reek. He'll pass it out for Bulger, tips it into the near side corner. It'll be played by Areza. Now up for Dom, who he takes it through center. He's got Nanny on the near side with some speed. Gets it to him, shot, and that just goes wide. Good tic-tac-toe, but it just goes past the goalpost, off the boards, back behind the net. Now it's played by Bulger for Reek, who takes it in across center, gains the red line, and he'll throw it onto the near side boards. That'll be picked up by Lugie. And it off to the near side. Now a pass to the far side. They can't control it. Picked up by Areta, and he'll send it back into the north zone. Makes its way all the way to the boards back behind the north net, and it'll be played up for Schaefer, who gets it up for Lucas. Too far out in front of him. It'll be tipped ahead by Bulger, taken away by Lugie. And now Lugie will control it in the neutral zone as he gains the south zone. Hands it off for Schaefer. He gives it towards the net, trying to get it for Lugie. Lugie can't control it, and it's brought out by the south on the stick of Tagmasian. Tagmasian has that poked away from him by Areza. Now Schaefer from Edwardsville High School. He'll walk it ahead and across the red line, now into the south zone. Brings it on his backhand over to his forehand. Has it, but it's poked away by Kolebert and sent out of the zone. Picked up by Kelsey, who will play it to Stewart on the near side. Pass up for Pellegrino, and the puck hops on him. He's able to regain it and hands it off for Stewart on the near side. Two tips it ahead for Henniser, gloves it ahead, loses the puck, and now it's played off to the far side for Kohlberg. And now comes to Stewart for the North, who breaks it out of his own zone. It gets tipped in by Wagner, covered up by Stewart, and we'll have a stoppage in play.
Chris Wagner had a very strong shift there. He tied up a guy back door, and the goalie wasn't able to slide over. Prevented a goal. He made a couple good pinches there, kept the puck from getting too deep into the zone, made a good breakout pass. It was a solid shift there by Wagner.
As the North wins the faceoff, but is controlled by the South, onto the stick of Moheski, who brings it through center. He loses it, but it's controlled by Cortivo, put into the North zone, and they'll clear it out the length of the ice. Barnhill back to get it, back behind his own net. Battle along the near side boards. Comes into the slot, good play by Barnhill, getting it away, turned over, shot near the net, goes wide, regained by Tucker. Pass to the far side for Aurelio. Hops over his stick and now is brought out by Cortivo. Cortivo's able to get it in. Stewart with a good back check, able to beat him to the puck. He stops back behind his own net. Reverses, has it to the far side, tries to get it up into neutral ice. Good play by Moheski to get that away. And now taking it away from him is Kelsey. Kelsey plays it to Aurelio. His shot just high on the blocker side, up over the glass and out of play.
I saw where Aurelio was aiming there. He was aiming for the top right on the blocker side of the goalie. I could see net there, so it was a good shot, but I think it might have hit some ice or something, just didn't go where he wanted it.
Aurelio's had a lot of good presence here in this game. He plans on going to the Coast Guard and maybe off to college after he gets out of high school. As it's controlled by the North. With it now in front of the net is Schaefer. He plays it on the backhand. It's loose out in front and they score. So I can't see who got that out in front of the net, but the North is going to get the goal here as they take a 6-1 lead.
Cooper Barnhill made a good play tying up Schaefer, but Schaefer was just a little more talented with the stick, was able to get a stick back on the ice and play the puck across to whoever scored it backdoor.
I believe it was Patton. It is Patton who scores. So Patton will get the 6th goal for the North, who extends their lead to 5 here in the third period, a 6-1 lead. It's controlled up to the point for Patton, the goal scorer, who throws it back into the zone. Now he gets it back again as he turned it over. Now it's regained by the South, put back in behind the net for Schaefer by Patton. Tries to get it to the net, can't do so. Goes over to the far side point, shot towards the goal. Can't get it on net, and now it's played out for Kowalski. Henson's there to intercept it. Kowalski tried to get in on Henson. He's relentless on the forecheck. He always wants the puck. But Henson spins away from him, gets it back for Patton. Now it'll be played. Tried to get it over for Schaefer, intercepted by McLeod. Now to the far side for Kowalski. Brings it in, shot blocker save. Poole's there to get it. Tried to center it. Nobody's there. Played out to center now. Walton back to get it in his own zone. He'll chip it ahead looking for Poole. His pass was interrupted. Couldn't get enough on it. Now it's played out to center by the North. Schaefer will get it. He's got a partial break with speed working on Matthews. Pulls up, tries to get Stewart to cheat across. Couldn't get a shot off though. Regains possession. Now he has it taken away out to center ice. Kowalski gets it. He's got a partial break, but he can't control it before it gets to the goal line. Forced to retreat, get it back to the point. Walden with a shot, and it gets blocked out in front. And now controlled behind the net by McLeod. McLeod has Kowalski in to help. Comes to Kowalski, gets it over to McLeod, back for Kowalski. He gets it out, trying to get it to center for Oreda. Now comes to Walton at the point. He gets it back down for Kowalski, tipping it down, trying to get it to McLeod. Intercepted. Walton able to hold it back for Kowalski. Centering pass, shot by Oreda. He scores!
Great play by the South. Up to the point, back down to the corner to Kowalski. Kowalski finds the man up high in the slot. There was nobody guarding him. North's got to do a better job marking man-to-man in their zone, but great job by the South exploiting that weakness they had there.
Great puck movement by the South. Very impressive, and it makes it 6-2 now.
Good one-timer, too.
As Dom brings it in, he scores! So the North answers right back.
Yeah, Yeah, it's going to be hard for the North to, or not the North, sorry, the South to gain momentum whenever the North's just firing them right back at them. We're having back-to-back goals here. We're going to need the South wants to win. They got to score a couple in a row. They can't let the North keep bouncing right back.
And there was less than 10 seconds off the clock in between the two goals. Pass picked up by Lucas. He'll bring it in. Good play by Cullibert, kicking it off into the corner as he falls down on the play. Picked up by Dom. He'll hand it off to the point. Shot by Areza. Blocked out in front. Goes to the far side corner. Picked up by Gruber. He'll bring it out to neutral ice. He gains the red line, dumps it in. He'll go to get it. He's the first one there. Good speed by Gruber. As that taken away from him, it'll be picked up by Dom. Now handed back for Lugie. Over to the far side for Areza. Now out for center ice. Can't get it to Lugie. And it's controlled now by Gruber. He gets it out to center ice. Oreda has that taken away from him. It'll be brought in by Lucas. Goes to the backhand. He can't get the shot off. And now it's controlled by Cullibert. Played to the near side. Lugie gets a shot in on it. Loose puck out in front. They score! Manny!
The North just keeps pouring it on. At this rate, the South isn't going to have any luck or any hope of coming back. They're down by 6 with only 10 minutes remaining in the game.
So Scott Nanny will get the goal there. I believe that's his first of the game tonight. And now it's 8-2. As Takmajian plays it back behind the net. We were talking about feeling for the goalies in the second period who might be tired, but then you get the entire opposite situation with the goalies in the third who have had to sit through 2 periods of action and sit in the locker room for 2 intermissions as that gets thrown in on net. And that's going to be a goal for the North. So now it's 9-2.
Yeah, you can see Hennesser, he tried to catch the pass at the blue line, but it goes off his stick and goes deep. He beats the defender with the speed. He's a very fast player. He looks up, sees Schaefer. It's Schaefer, him, and a defender. Tells Schaefer go back door and just wheels the net and gives it right to him. And if you give Schaefer an opportunity like that, he's definitely going to bury it.
Face-off won by the South. Takmajian with a mission brings it in. He's got it along the far side half boards. Hands it back to Wagner at the point. That'll be gloved ahead by Hennesser, and they're going to call the hand pass. Hennesser thought he was going to get away with it. He has a smile as he skates back in the zone.
And a regular game, that might actually be a delayed game penalty, but, you know, it's all fun and games here. You're not likely to get a call for anything. I'm kind of surprised they called the hand pass, honestly.
As that's won by the East, controlled by Townsend. He walks it in, has it at the hash marks. Now Takmajian with it for the South. He'll bring it in. Nice move to get around Stewart. Stewart with a great defensive play to stick with it, and he gets the puck in the near side corner. Now it's controlled by the north side, up for Schaefer. Schaefer gets it over for Hennesser. Hennesser looking for Pellegrino, and that's blocked out in front. Now a pass looking for Moheski coming off the bench. He can't control it, and now it's controlled by Stewart back behind the goal. Over for Kelsey, pass up for Hennesser. He'll hand it off. No, he was about to make the pass to Schaefer. He holds on to it, though. Hennesser will get it now. Shot it on net, saved by Stewart back behind the goal. It'll be controlled by Pellegrino over to the far side, looking for Hennesser. Is regained by Wagner of the South. He's able to clear the zone. Now a pass for Schaefer, who enters the South zone. He skates it through the circles, now entering the net mouth. He can't get anything on, though. Pass up for Moheski. He'll bring it in. And a big hit by Aurelio right at the blue line. Through the hip out. Kind of looked like
old-time hockey.
Yeah,
there.
Looked like Plager. Bobby Plager of the St. Louis Blues from 1967.
That it did. Hey, you got to keep your head up when you're in the neutral zone. You can't have your head down like that. You're going to get blown up all day.
Moheski's a big guy, too, so he's easy to get up under.
Mm-hmm. Good hit.
As Forget plays it out to Cortivo at center ice. Cortivo's trying to get it for Drillette on the near side, turns it over, thrown down into the south zone. Now it gets taken out. Patton will play it right back in. Delayed offsides, the North is forced to retreat, and it's picked up by Wagner. He'll play it to Matthews. Matthews with a nice move to get it away, but it's held in by Phelps at the point. He takes it to the near side. Can't get it around Kowalski. Kowalski will pick it up now, and he gets tripped up carrying it through the neutral zone, and we will get a penalty here. So we're going to have our first power play at 7 minutes, 6:59 to be exact, here in the third period.
I wonder if the South's going to put out a power play line or just keep rolling them. I'd say at this point you'd have to put out at least your top line, try to get some redemption. 9-2 is just too much of a deficit to keep rolling the lines, even in the All-Star game.
What they're going to go with is Poole, McLeod, and Kowalski up front. We'll have Matthews at the point along with Barnhill.
I'd expect to see Chris Wagner get out there for the defenders of the South as well. He's a very, very well-positioned, talented defenseman. Strong skater.
It's controlled now by the North. Played to the near side. And Henson will clear at the length of the ice on goal. Stewart makes the save and hands it off for Barnhill. He tries to get it to McLeod. McLeod thought he was going to somebody farther up the ice, so he'll let it go the length of the ice. They'll call off icing, though. And now it'll be cleared out by the North. All the way down. Played by Stewart away from his defender to the near side. Brought out by the North. Pass up. Looking for Langen. Taken away by Poole. In a minute and 12 seconds has ticked off, or is left in the power play now. Taken back behind the net. Still no shots on the power play as it comes to Poole on the near side.
It doesn't really appear they have a power play system set up for the South.
As it comes down for Kowalski. Kowalski trying to walk it around to Henson. Henson spins away from Kowalski in the corner. It'll be picked up by Kowalski, handed off to the near side. Now pass out to center, shot by Matthews, and a save. Now here comes Trevor Henson. He kicks it off to the far side corner. Good play by Matthews to get it back in the final 30 seconds of the South power play. Brought ahead by Matthews, shot in on goal. Reek is there, and over to get the save was Griffin. Now it's cleared out of the zone by the North. Now into the final 17 seconds as they wait for Bulger to clear the zone. He does as Rink brings it in. Rink puts it back behind the net. Able to get it away from him was Arezia. He controls the puck on the penalty kill. Hands it over for Loogie, and that'll do it. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. One shot rather on the power play as Gruber brings it ahead. That'll be gloved down back for Gruber. And Gruber can't find a pass, so he'll just turn and fire it back behind the net. Bulger will pick it up. He's got it in the far side corner, tries to get it back to the point. Pass intercepted. Now it comes out to Dom for the North. He's got a partial break. Gruber grabs him, pulls him down, and he'll throw Dom to the ice, so we'll have a North power play.
I'd almost give him a penalty shot just for the sake of the game. It was close enough to clear breakaway to me, I feel like.
You don't normally see a violent play like that in an All-Star game. You wouldn't think that you would see that at least.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do what you can to keep them from scoring. It's a good penalty to take if they have a clear shot at the goal or a clear breakaway. Sometimes it's better to be down for 2 minutes and let them get a goal.
That's turned over to Townsend. He'll shut. What a save by Griffin to get back after he turned it over. Now a shot by Takmajian, another save by Griffin. He'll cover it up and then leave it for Stewart. And Stewart will bring it ahead on the North power play, ahead by 7. 9-2 lead for the North All-Stars. That gets left for Kelsey. Kelsey turns that over, and that'll be cleared out by Kohlberg the length of the ice. Stopped by Griffin, left for Dom. He'll bring it out. He takes it into neutral ice. Hand it off for Kelsey on the near side. Kelsey will play it over for Nanny. Nanny walks ahead. Shot in, blocked by Townsend. Comes out to the point, now played to the far side for Dom. Dom back to the near side for Kelsey. Turn that over. cleared out of the zone. Dom can't hold the line, and now he touches it. They do not call it offsides. They had not cleared the zone yet. But either way, there is 45 seconds remaining in the North power play as we get a shot from the point by Stewart.
North's doing a little bit better of a job setting up on this power play. The South is pretty much playing slap hockey. The North still not exactly having a set power play, but they're actually maintaining possession of the puck in their zone. You can kind of tell that they're on the power play here. Maybe with their top line, they might get a goal before the end of it.
They go out there with Schaefer, Pellegrino, and Henniser, which has been a great line for this North team. And they stick with Patton and Cruzy out on the point, two players from Freeburg-Waterloo. Played a lot together throughout the season. As that's turned over by the South, cleared out of the zone. It'll go the length of the ice, goes back behind the net, and Griffin will leave it off for Patton. Patton spins off a check. Pass looking for Henniser. Henniser was looking the other way, didn't see the pass coming. For Jet. Clears it out, picked up by Schaefer. He brings it into the zone. Pass back for Henniser. His shot now loose for Pellegrino. And he whiffs on the shot, sends it just wide. Picked up now by Schaefer. Schaefer walks it in, toe drag to Pellegrino, and he misses again on the near side. Kind of looks up at the sky after that one. And it's picked up now by Schaefer. Turned over in the offensive zone, brought out on the penalty kill. And now centered for Moheski. Backhand chance goes wide, picked up by Cortivo. Bringing it in is Cortivo. He circles, hands it off to the point for Jet at the near side. Now we'll look over for Drillette. He can't get it past Aurelio. Now a pass to the far side. Schaefer, he skates it ahead, looking for Henniser. Comes out for Aurelio. Diving play by Stewart to get it away.
Good play by Wagner breaking up the first pass, and good play by Stewart breaking up the second pass.
As that shot by Cortivo is blocked out in front, regained by Moheski. A shot blocked out in front again, just goes wide. Now it's controlled by the North All-Stars as a pass comes out for Phelps. Phelps will bring it in. His pass. Great play by Wagner as they get it to Aurelio. He controls the puck at the slot, and then he is unable to get a shot off, and it's cleared out by the South All-Stars into the North zone. Lifting the stick was Kowalski, but now it's regained by Phelps of the North, and he'll bring it ahead. Wagner working on him. Wagner falls down on the play. Looked like the skates connected. Comes to Aurelio. He takes a shot. We're in the final minute now of the All-Star game. Centering pass taken away by Wagner. Wagner will walk it ahead. His pass looking for McLeod. McLeod gains possession. Tries to center it. Intercepted by Phelps. He'll dump it out for Tucker. Hops over his stick. Makes its way into the South zone. Controlled by Wagner. Now comes to Kowalski, who walks it into the zone, brings it to his backhand, looking for his goal. He shoots it on net, saved by Griffin in the final 25 seconds. And now Arezzo will hand it off for Phelps. Now to the far side, bringing it in is Loogie. He walks it ahead, left it in the slot. Nobody's there. It'll be turned over by the South. Good job by Aurelio to hold it in. Now for Wagner. Wagner has it. He can't get it out of the zone. Kowalski's coasting in the neutral zone, trying to get a break for that goal. Meanwhile, shot in on Phelps. Loose out in front. Shot. And that'll do it. The North All-Stars win 9-2. Out shooting their opponents 29-23. So they win the All-Star game, but the South walks away with a title in the skills competition. Any final words?
It was a good game. Looked like fun. Congrats to the South for winning the first skills competition in a while. It's good for them. Maybe next year they'll win the game. And good job congratulations to the North for winning the game. Good showing by both teams.
So it's been fun. I'm glad you could join us here on RiverBender.com. Make sure to join us next year and keep in touch and tune in for any possible playoff games that could be in the near future. Till next time, I'm Brennan Overton alongside Kane Henson. Thank you for joining us. This has been the 2A All-Star Game on RiverBender.com.